What's up, guys? So today is, how come I never know, Thursday, February 22nd. If it's not, I'll scroll it somewhere on here. So you guys, I'm headed to work, and I just got through watching my girl Tony Daly. She's doing like her talk and twist as she twists her natural hair, and she's just talking about different stuff. And she was talking about how she is going to get her hair braided again, even though she keeps having horrible experiences with braiders. Every time she goes, she's like, I'm never doing this again. Like, they either braid my hair too tight, or they, like, you know, whatever her experience is, braid it too tight, snatching her hair out, just being really rough with it. So it prompted me to come over here. Let me straighten this out. It prompted me to come on here and talk to you guys and do a quick rant, because I was feeling very similarly the other day. You guys know that I recently got my engagement photos taken, and of course I did go to a hair salon, just because I cannot get my hair super straight. I've tried and I cannot. I mean, I think I will keep working on that, but as of like a couple days ago, I hadn't perfected it, and the last thing I want to do is spend all this money on outfits and a photographer and my hair look a hot mess. So I'm sure you guys can feel me on that. So I made sure I found a natural hair salon. At least that's what it was advertised as, like a person who's familiar with natural hair. And before I go into this rant, I do want to say that the overall experience was positive. Even though I called a couple times just to confirm my appointment time, she told me it was 9:30. I mean, she told me it was 9:30 over the phone, but I got 2 email reminders that it was 9 a.m. So I just got there at 9 because I didn't want to risk being late, because I had a ton of stuff to do that day. So I didn't want anybody to be upset with me for being late, so I just got there at 9 a.m. like my email confirmation was telling me. So I get there, and she kind of looking at me kind of crazy, like, who are you and why are you here? And so then I was like, well, my appointment, I know I called, and somebody on the phone told me the appointment was at 9:30, but then I received 2 confirmations saying that, you know, reminders that my appointment was at 9 a.m. So I came at 9. She was like, well, I have you down at 9:30. So she was just like, sit right here and I'll be right with you. She was already washing some other, you know, client's hair. So that was the first part where I was like side-eyeing the situation, like, okay, like, clearly I didn't mess up. Why are you talking to me like I was the one who made an error? If anything, I got there at the right time. So what are you side-eyeing me for? I was just confused by that. So that immediately kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. But then anyway, she ended up, you know, washing my hair or whatever. A lot of times I try to come with my hair already washed and deep conditioned and stuff like that, and detangled, because I just prefer to do that kind of thing myself. But I figure, you know, for the arm and a leg that she was charging me, I should just get the whole experience and have her shampoo my hair. So I noticed that she had really good products. She had salon quality, but also natural hair like products. And so I was happy about that. I definitely thought she had like top of the line products. Fast forward to her washing my hair, I felt like she scrubbed the Jesus out of my scalp. Like, it was so rough. Like, sometimes, most of the time, if I'm getting my hair washed, I find it to be relaxing. This particular lady was like scrubbing my hair until it was just like, she wasn't using the pads of her fingers like I felt like you should do. She was using actually her nails. And, you know, she did like a double wash. So she washed it and then rinsed it out and washed it again. So the whole time, just like, am I gonna have any hair left on my head after you scrub my scalp off? Like, girl, like, ugh. But so we get through that part, and I'm like, okay, well, hopefully the worst is behind us. She put a conditioner on my hair, then rinsed it out, and then she put a deep conditioning mask on and set me under the dryer for like 45 minutes while she finished up her other lady's hair. And of course, I'm kind of watching as she styles the other lady's hair or whatever, and I see that she's kind of not detangling in the way that I would personally want my hair to be detangled. She kind of starts from the bottom, and then she uses the paddle brush, and she starts from the, not the bottom, sorry, the top, and she kind of kinks her way down. And I was just thinking, like, I already know I'm gonna have to just tell her I want to go ahead and detangle my own hair, because that's not how I detangle my hair. If you have been a natural hair Lista for any amount of time, you know the best way to go about detangling your hair is from the bottom to the top. That way you're not combing through your hair from all the way from the top to the bottom. You're just going to create more tangles and more breakage. So, and I like to, I like to section my hair and take my time, start at the bottom slowly with a wide tooth comb, and slowly work my way up. And I do that section by section. I'll twist it once I'm done. So once I get in her chair, I'm like, I want to go ahead and detangle my own hair. And she was like, oh, okay. So first, she was cool with it. And then I go to start to detangle, and I don't know if she felt like she didn't want to get like a bad review or something later because she let her client detangle their own hair, but she was saying like there's certain products she wants to distribute in it while she detangles, which I understand, but I am very tender-headed, and again, I'm very sensitive about my hair. I feel like I've worked so hard to maintain like my length that I am very particular about how I detangle. And I don't even know if it's particular as much as I've learned the right way of doing it for my hair, so it's hard to like stray from that. And so when I've seen success, so anyway, she changed her mind. She kind of was like, well, no, let me go ahead and detangle it, blah blah blah. And I probably should have just said, no, let me go ahead and detangle it, but I figured since she knew why, I thought maybe she would pick up on the reason why I wanted to detangle it myself, because I'm like tender-headed and I want to be very careful and gentle. Do you think that's what she did? Like, no. Like, she started detangling it with a paddle brush. She was just raking through it as she was blow drying it. And it's like starting up here, and I can hear it in my ears, just like the ripping and the pulling. And I was just like getting so frustrated and upset. And then, what's up, guys? So, my camera ended up dying in the car when I was on my rant. So I wanted to go ahead and finish telling you guys the story about my hair because it just cut off. But anyways, so she was, like I said, I was like getting really frustrated because she was just like ripping through my hair, and I could hear like the snap. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. Like if somebody else is like brushing through your hair, it just sounds like World War II is going on. It's just like snap, crackle, pop. It's just a whole mess. And so I could just feel myself getting tense and just so annoyed. I'm just like, why didn't this lady just let me detangle my own hair? I didn't get it. I didn't get, after I asked her to, why she didn't prove to me the reason why I didn't need to do it myself, because I don't understand. It's like, if you have natural hair, then you already know the drill, bottom to top. And so anyway, it was one of those things that, yeah, the end product turned out good, but then I end up feeling like I don't think it's worth it to get my hair done if I'm always feeling like I'm ripping out so much hair in the process. So, yeah, so I was watching Tony Daly, and she said that she's going to go ahead and go to another hairstylist because she doesn't want to give up on going to a hair braider to get her hair braided. And I feel the exact same way. It's like, I'm just hoping that more and more salons start to open up that really know how to deal with natural hair that's also long, because what I've noticed, and no shade to any natural hair person who has a short hair, not everybody who's natural wants to have long hair or has long hair, but I find that a lot of natural hair salons that I've been to, well, I've only been to 2. Before that, I just went to regular hair salons, but and before really going natural, I didn't know that it was like an issue to be like raking through your hair. I feel like growing up, my mom just kind of, she wasn't really meticulous about like combing out my hair, so I never knew there was anything wrong with it until I started really getting into my natural hair and stuff. So I think it's always good, at least for me, if the hairstylist actually has long hair herself, because then I think that you are used to kind of working with long hair. You know that it's important to not just rake a comb through it, especially a fine tooth comb. I just couldn't believe, why did you rake a fine tooth comb from the root of my hair all the way down? Like, to me that made no sense. And I brought my wide tooth comb. It just made no sense to me. But anyway, I think if you have longer hair, then you will already know the drill in terms of how to detangle your hair to minimize breakage and shedding. So anyway, guys, I wanted to come on here and just kind of vent about that, because when I left the hair salon that day, although I felt like my hair was curly and it had a good bounce to it, and then I felt like my hair looked perfect for the engagement shoot, it still left me with a bad taste in my mouth, because I'm like, it was just, I felt like she was too rough on my hair. But everything else turned out really good. So my dilemma is whether or not I go back. I was actually talking to my mom about it, and she said that if I liked everything else about the experience, like, then I should just talk to the stylist about next time being able to just detangle my own hair, and just letting her know, like, you know, everything else turned out really, really well. I like the salon. I like the products that you use. My hair was nice and bouncy. But I just prefer to detangle my own hair. My mom says she should understand that. And actually my friend said that as well. So I may have that conversation. I may not. I don't know. There's another natural hair salon that I've been interested in as well. It's just way on the other side of town for me. But I did, like, they do have bios online about all their stylists, and it seems like a lot of their stylists have longer curly hair. So I'm gonna give it one more shot at this place, and hopefully, you know, I have a positive experience. It just sucks as I'm feeling like Tony did. It's like, you don't want to lose hope that there's any hair salons out there who have kind of grown with the proper way of, like, going about, like, coarse natural black women hair texture. So yeah, I just think there's such a market for good hairstylists for natural hair, because just things that we used to do previously prior to the natural hair movement, I just think are so outdated. It can be a deterrent, so I hate for that to continue to happen, because I'm sure I'm not the only one. And so I just wanted to come on here and share my experience with you guys. If you feel like you're in the same boat, then leave a comment down below and let me know what you've decided to do. Do you talk to your hairstylist about it? Just kind of let them know what you prefer? Or have you decided to just do your own hair? And if you do, like, how do you get it salon straight? I did just watch the Glam Twins. They just posted another video on how they do their straight hair, and I took really good notes, because I'm like, if I can't figure out a salon that can do my hair the way I need it to be done, then I really need to learn how to do it myself. So yeah, guys, that is it. Hopefully you guys don't mind this little rant. I kind of felt bad doing it, because my hair did turn out nice and I got a lot of compliments on it. So that's not the case. The end result was definitely nice, but the process, I don't know if it felt worth it. But anyway, guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then what are you waiting for? I do rants and stuff like this occasionally. So yeah, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the bell. That way you get notifications from me every time I upload. And yeah, I think that's all I want to say for now. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.